there and welcome back to another cookery video. Today I'll be making creamed sweet corn. This is something I ate a lot growing up. It was one of my favorite childhood vegetable recipes. If you can probably tell from the last few recipes that I've been uploading on my channel, I've been reaching out for the home comfort foods that I grew up eating as a child. So I think you get creamed sweet corn in America and other countries too, but this is something we ate a lot in Zimbabwe and South Africa. So let's hop right into it. Let's take a look at which ingredients you need. So I've got some corn on the cob. I've already cooked these, so they've all been cooked. They're soft. I'm using about four corns on the cob. So I just put a pot of boiling water and salt on the stove. I've cooked them till they're soft. I've got some paprika. I'm only going to use about a half a teaspoon of paprika. It's more just to give it a little bit of a kick. I've got salt and black pepper, creme fraiche. You can use fresh cream for this, which I think most people use fresh cream, but I don't know. I like the creme fraiche. I like that tang from the creme fraiche. I think it adds to it. And I've got some butter, spreadable butter. All you have to do, the first step, is to cut all the corn off of the cob, and you want to cut it as closely as you can so you get all the milk that comes out of the corn from that cob. In a pan, add a large tablespoon. This is quite a large heaped tablespoon of butter. I've only added half a teaspoon of paprika and a sprinkle of salt and pepper, and you're going to melt that butter down. As you can see, that's starting to melt. There's so many different varieties and ways of making this particular dish, but this is how I make it. So yeah, I hope you like my version of creamed sweet corn. I'm just melting that butter down, and once it's completely melted, then we'll chuck in the corn that we've cut off the cob. Once you've placed the corn in with that butter and spice mix, you just want to toss it so that all that I'm so sorry, I can't talk today, so that all that corn is coated in the butter and spice mix. And we're just going to sizzle that for a little bit, cook it for about maybe 7 to 10 minutes, just stirring occasionally, just so it cooks down and it becomes nice and soft. Once you've let that sweet corn simmer in that butter and spice, I've let mine simmer for about 7 minutes, just so the sweet corn can soak up the butter. Then add 300 ml of creme fraiche. I'm using creme fraiche, but you can use normal cream, but the way I like it is with creme fraiche. And then we're just going to stir that through, turn the heat down, and we're going to leave it to simmer for about 5 or 6 minutes. As you can see, the sweet corn is simmering away in that creme fraiche. I've turned the heat down and I'm just stirring it occasionally, just like that, letting it simmer. And you only want to leave it to simmer for about 5 minutes in the creme fraiche. This is just helping to get all that sweet corn yumminess soaking into the creme fraiche. After about 5 minutes or so, just pop the sweet corn into a blitzer. If you don't have a blitzer, you can use a handheld blitzer. And I've just put about 3 heaped tablespoons of sweet corn into a bowl to set aside, which we'll be using in a moment. But for now, put the rest of it into a blitzer, or you can use a handheld blitzer. We're just going to blitz that. You don't want it to go into a puree. No. You just want to blitz it down so it's like a chunky sweet corn, which you'll see in a minute. As you can tell here, I've got the sweet corn, which I've blitzed down. It's not like thin runny, but it's like a pulp. And then I've added in that little bit of sweet corn that we put on the side, the 3 to 4 tablespoons of sweet corn that we didn't blitz. And we're going to mix this all to combine. And once it's combined, this is what you have. You can leave it so it's a bit more chunkier than that. You don't have to blitz it down as fine as I have. I actually over blitzed mine slightly. It's supposed to be a bit more chunkier than that, but it'll still be very nice and tasty. And you have a bit of lumps of sweet corn in there. Please excuse the noise in the background. I have my daughter and grandson here. So I hope you found this recipe to be helpful. Excuse the spoon there. And thanks for watching. Again, I have over blitzed mine. Usually I don't like it as blitzed up as that. I like it a bit more chunkier, But so just splits it to a consistency that you like it. But that's how you make cream sweet corn. Please like, share, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And thanks for watching.